Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Next up for you today we're going to be taking a look at another figure from the vintage collection. This time around it's the AT-AT Commander, or AT-AT Commander, depending on how you want to pronounce it. This is, like the Best Bin Luke Skywalker that I've just shown you, one of my personal favourites from the vintage collection, although I do have some slight complaints about it. I'll get onto those in a minute, but first up we're going to take a look at the packaging that he comes in. This has got to be my favourite of the vintage collection packaging from Wave 1. I absolutely love the image on the front there of the AT-ATs walking into battle, and I really like the blue that they've used on this packaging. Very nice indeed. On the back there you've got the original AT-AT Commander, or AT-AT Commander from 1980, and you've got the rest of the wave pictured along the bottom there as well. So I'll quickly... Oh no, I won't actually read to you from the back. I'm getting carried away there. Force of habit, sorry about that. Anyway, there's the packaging. And I'll get onto the figure now. As I said, for the most part, I actually really like this guy. I just think personally he could have been a lot better. One of my main gripes about this figure is the helmet. These goggles that you see attached here are removable. You can put them over the figure's face, but if you do that it makes the helmet extremely difficult to get on and to look right. You know, if you put the goggles on the figure's face and then put the helmet on, the helmet tends to stick out and it just looks ridiculous. So what I've done is I've actually placed the goggles over the top of the helmet, which isn't an easy feat. I actually had to stick the goggles and the helmet in boiling hot water to soften the plastic, and then I had a real struggle trying to get the goggles to fit over the top of the helmet. Once they've gone over the helmet, they have got no chance of fitting back over the figure's face because the plastic will stretch. But personally that doesn't really bother me because I think this figure looks a lot better with the goggles attached to his helmet. The helmet is removable and he has a very nice facial sculpt. Looks a little bit like Captain Piet in my opinion. As well as the helmet being removable, if you pop off the figure's head, the chest pieces are removable as well. Pop the head back on and you've got a standard Imperial officer, albeit with a rather large belt buckle. Apparently this figure utilises parts from two figures from last year's Legacy collection. The upper torso is that of Captain Needa, and the lower torso is that of an Imperial officer which was included in a comic pack with a man-a-man warrior. I've got no idea what that officer was called. I cannot remember for the life of me, so I'm sure someone will decide to remind me. The figure itself is very nice though. As you can see, it comes with a E11 Imperial rifle, and articulation wise he has a ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders and elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. So very nice articulation with this guy, and as I said, this is definitely one of my personal favourites from the Legacy collection. Sorry, from the vintage collection. So there you go, that's the AT-AT Commander, or AT-AT Commander, as I said, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this figure, and I'll be back with my overall favourite figure from the vintage collection next, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.